shoes and you kick rocks.
And then you like, hold up. Yeah, that's good, Larry.
Oh, my bad. I had been hired as a development officer, and I was moving here from Connecticut. I didn't know anyone in the state of Alabama. And one of the first things you do as a development officer, you start canvassing key alumni who've had recent stories published. And I came across a story that was done on Larry Thornton, Birmingham, Alabama, opening up a McDonald's, and identified him, quite frankly, as a prospect to solicit as a donor. I had donated some artwork to an auction, and I saw an opportunity to secure that artwork to then make an introduction or have an introduction to Larry. And I probably got more out of that one first conversation in understanding donor relations, although we didn't even talk about giving in that singular conversation than I did, quite frankly, in other conversations that I'd had.
One of the things that I wanted to do, which Zillah eventually said was kind of not natural for what other trustees were interested in doing. But I said, Zillah, what I'd like you to do is to arrange for me an opportunity to meet every dean of every school, of every college on this campus. It gave me such a feel for the university, and I thought that I could better represent my purpose around that table by understanding the school. And that's kind of when I realized, you know, what she had in terms of her communication skills, relationship skills. You know, you don't need to see resumes and all of that. It's actionable. Then this book, the advent of the book. Now, who can write the introduction? Academician. You know, and so at that time she was at the master's level. I think she's Ph.D. now, and I had no idea, given how deliberate I thought that Dr. Fluker was in reaching the highest pinnacle. I have a thing for people who want to be all that they can be, so I've admired that about her.
Three words that I would use to describe Larry is driven. And while this is not a word that describes a person, but integrity is a word that I align with Larry. But then the third is engaging.
In three words, I would first say academician, I would say brilliant, and I would say consistent.
Yeah, I think what's at the core of a strong partnership is trust and valuing that and protecting that. The other thing that I think that makes this a special relationship and a strong relationship is our ability to communicate is amazing. We can come to something with two totally different points of view, but the ability to communicate through that, to understand the different points of view and then find the value within is probably one of the strengthening pieces. When we're on stage delivering the Why Not Win Institute, we have to be synchronized, and I don't even think we realized the power or the magic that we were able to build together. And many times we'd come off stage and say, wow, that was amazing, and we didn't expect or plan, but it had a lot to do with trusting and understanding and all of those different times when we communicated.
We have had fun. You know, it must be kind of like sports when you can enjoy to such a level what you do. That relationship started at Alabama State University. Neither of us had any idea that it would certainly mushroom into what we do today, but I wouldn't trade anything for the space that we both occupy today.